All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Sky Harbor Live. We're gonna jump on here very quickly and let's see what we can get. You all voted. We selected the north side, so it looks like we are going to be on the north side of the airport. So we'll see how much action we actually get. Looks like our first plane that is coming in is a 737-9 coming from Washington. It's a United. So I'm using a different tripod because I accidentally broke one right now. So kind of, yeah. Long story short, my tripod is broken. So we're going to be using a brand new tripod, which I've never used for this. But if this is your first time on this channel, welcome to Fly Phoenix Sky Harbor. My name is Slaven. People call me Slav. I'm a plane spotter here out of Phoenix. We have a little community built up here. We're a bunch of nerds, but thank you very much for joining us. Let's chill for like an hour, talk aviation, and then I'll go home and get a burger. So that is our United flight coming in from Washington. And then down here, as you can see, it's the American gates. Pretty quiet here for a Saturday. And then over in this general area, we do have a Volaris Airbus. So Volaris is one of our international carriers here in the valley. It's a Mexican airline carrier, or a Mexican carrier right here. And you can see right above in front of it, we have an American Airlines Airbus that is just pushing through. So welcome everybody. Hey, Mr. Blue Jet, how are you, dude? Peaceful night. Hi, Kyle. Hey, Erica and Howard. Yeah, so it's, swear to God, man, every one of the freeways in the valley has construction. Like, I just worked in the West Valley, and it was super freaking busy, man. Like, it just sucked, I'll be honest. Like, getting anywhere right now in the valley sucks. A lot of traffic. So I don't know how busy this side will be, guys. So brace with me. Might be busy, it might not be, but you guys asked for the north side, and that's where we're at. Also, Mr. Blue Jet actually has a lot of cool videos on his he has a lot of cool videos on his YouTube. If you guys want to check out some of the older videos, like a lot of 747s and DC-10s, he's got some good stuff on there. As you can see, right over there is Mesa Airlines hangar. They're probably doing some night checks of the aircraft right now. So I can lock this down and show you guys. Yeah, so this new the tripod I have now is, I've never used it before, to be honest. For the longest time, I wanted to actually throw it in the garbage, but I think today it saved my butt, to be honest. So hopefully you guys are having a good week. You can see him working in there. Not much action right now, so it's been so right now it's been super crazy with the whole construction stuff. Pretty quiet. I've actually never seen the airport this quiet, to be honest. So as we take a look at we do have another United Airlines that's coming in about 5 minutes. That is actually going to be headed to, it's coming from Denver. And I'm not sure if Speedbird arrived. Usually, sometimes the British Airways flights are a bit delayed. So, pretty sure he probably arrived. So howdy everybody, thank you for joining us. I know it's kind of a really random stream for tonight. I'm going to try my best to focus on the chat, but right now it looks like we're just going to get some ground action, I guess. So we're going to wait a couple of minutes for the United flight to go over there. You can actually see the people boarding that Volaris flight. They're doing their boarding process right now, so you guys can kind of take a look at it. Hey, Nabila. So yeah, right now it's just, we're gonna chill. Let's do this for an hour. Also guys, I know somebody asked to see the poop truck. Well, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. The poop truck just is underneath me, but I totally just missed it. Dang it. But it's kind of neat. We actually get to see the crew working down there. Our United flight is coming in from Denver. I think it's the Evo Blue. Pretty sure these dudes are loving the weather right now because it is no longer hell hot. So let's wait for this United. I see him. I see his lights approaching for the arrival. We talked about it last night. It's crazy how the airport can be like night and day. Some days it is super busy at night. Other days it's like meh. BA288. Let's see what time our British Airways flight. I have no idea what they're doing. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Let's see the United plane land. So let's see how good I can track it with this new tripod that I really don't have a feeling for. So we have a United Airlines 737, looks like a 900 series, coming in from Denver. As the camera is trying its best to focus. Nice landing by this plane. I could have sworn United used to have a larger presence here in the valley. And then, I don't know, might be crazy to say it, but I feel like they had more traffic coming through here. So I'm going to do my best to monitor the chat. So you guys chose this side, and we're going to be on this side. I'm a bit hungry. So I don't know, whatever it is that I ate last night legitimately screwed up my stomach. So yeah, I was in a lot of pain this morning. There we have Alaska Airlines. they just put in an order on a bunch of aircraft. So they're going to be getting a bunch of Boeings. What I see. As you can see, this A321 is just chilling here. We do have another aircraft that is arriving. So let's take a look. What it is that we see coming up our way. Okay, we have Southwest Airlines coming in from Chicago, from ORD. I guess that is the airport. He is on approach, so let's take a look. Hopefully you guys are getting good good footage, because I'm shooting blind right now, to be honest. I haven't used the handle on the tripod in forever. So you can see he's going over the gate. But there's our plane from Chicago. Southwest coming from Chicago. I wonder what the weather's like over there. I think here it's like a nice crisp, like 70 something, 76. It's actually quite lovely. Also on the way here, I saw some instant karma, which was freaking amazing. There's a dude driving a V6 Challenger, driving like a total idiot, and he was doing 50 miles an hour, and one of the airport cops just pulled him over. So I love when we get that. I think there it is, the Alpha Predator. No, that's an operations truck. Dang it. I thought it would be the poop truck. But as you can see, they're loading up some of these flights for their departures. Some of them will be departing very shortly. Looks like our Volaris is about to be pushing out, so let's go take a look at the Volaris flight. Kind of like how some of their planes have different color cowlings. So like some of them will be purple, and it'll actually be a really freaking sleek looking plane. So you can see our ground crew, the wing walkers, making sure nobody drives it into one of the other planes, which seems to be happening in New York quite a bit. Yep, that's what we do. Everybody wanted it, so we're poop truck spotting. Yeah, not much action, guys, so let's see. Let me take a look at flight radar and see if anything is arriving. All right, looks like we might be getting a few planes coming up in the next like 20 minutes. We have the JetBlue NYPD livery coming in about 8 minutes. I can actually see him on the horizon. And then we will have what looks like a WestJet 737-700 series arriving from Calgary. And then after that, we may be getting a nice little line of smaller planes like 737s and all that. I think this plane's name is Samuel. What do you guys think of their tail? The Volaris tail. I think it's kind of cool looking. Like it stands out. It's a bit different, not gonna lie. So from what I am hearing, we're going to be getting a new A350 route. One should be coming from Minneapolis, and the next one should be coming from like I think Boston. That's what they were saying. This departure is taking way too long. And the plane we're looking at, the Volaris, is going to Kulikan, I guess. That's the name of it. So while we wait, let's go take a look inside the terminal. You can see the terminal is empty. Maybe I shouldn't have been spotting tonight. It happens. But you can see over there, those are some of our arrivals. So the planes on the horizon and the sky. Those are the planes that are coming. So I will exactly tell you what we are looking at. So the first light that we see is an American Airlines coming from Chicago, and then the second one is a Southwest coming in from Dallas. So those are the two lights that we are seeing over here. And looks like we just had the auxiliary power unit turn on this Airbus. And our Volaris flight is officially pushed back. Maybe I should have gone to the south side. It would have been a better option for us. But this gives you kind of like a feel for what exactly is going on here at the airport. Like I said, not much action. Planes are starting to turn on. That is the best sound when you hear the APU turn on. So this is going to be the waiting game, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like our CRJ's door just opened up. Let's see if I can point to the CRJ. And we have them pushing back the A321 we were looking at. He might be going in for system checks for the evening. So as you can see, ground crew is pushing it back. And perfect, by the time they get this plane going, we will have our NYPD livery coming in. I think multiple, the CRJ we were looking at is actually going to be looked at right now. So you can tell they're going to be towing it in. Double checking if everything is good. So To all of you guys that are just joining us, welcome to Fly Phoenix Sky Harbor. Welcome to a very quiet Sky Harbor International Airport. So we are about to see a JetBlue plane come in, but right now we're going to watch one of these planes basically get taken in for its check. So we're looking at some ground-based action as they pull this plane out. There we go. Pretty relaxing. And here we have the JetBlue NYPD livery coming in. So let's go take a look at that. Guys, when you're a small business owner, you never get away from your job. I think a lot of our clients think that we literally just go home and then instantly drop everything to appease them. Don't get me wrong, I like doing that, getting stuff done, but sometimes you need a break from your things. It is struggling to pull focus with the light pointing at it. And here's our JetBlue coming in from New York with their NYPD livery. Looking slick with the blue. Pretty neat, huh? And I believe we have our Southwest coming in from Dallas. That is going to be next. So, fun, fun, fun. So I'm actually very excited for the holiday season because at Sky Harbor, that's typically when we get a lot of our big cargo flights that come in. Over there, you can actually see our downtown Phoenix. That's basically our entire area for whatchamacallit, for American Airlines. My brain hurts. But this is what downtown Phoenix looks like at night. There's our United gates. You can see some of them have been parked over there for the evening. I think it's a lot cheaper for them to keep it there than at the gates, I guess. So let's go take a look at the Southwest that's arriving. Or I think it's a Southwest or American. It's actually a WestJet coming in from Calgary, so let's go take a look at the WestJet. Apologize for the fast pan. We got to get to business. So I had no idea that WestJet actually does operate Dreamliners. I gotta remove this handle. The handle is like totally throwing me off the hook. Earlier I saw the poop truck, we don't see it now. As you can see, they're getting all these planes ready. The ground guys are working hard. And our next plane that is arriving is an American Airlines 737 coming in from Chicago. Wow, these gates are super empty tonight. I think the last time I saw them this empty was like during COVID. Who remembers going shopping during like peak Rona? That was like the most wild times. You would actually see people wearing like the weirdest masks and stuff. There it is, Alpha Predator. You guys know what this is. That is the waste truck, aka the poop truck. So I guess they're requesting operations to give them an escort. And there's our American Airlines coming in from Chicago. There's our WestJet. But as you can tell, very, very quiet night here. If it continues being this quiet, I may call it a night, my friends. So it looks like our next plane that is arriving is a Delta Airlines 737 coming from JFK. And I believe the WestJet is going to go somewhere around here. Typically, that's where the international ones go. our international flights. So I hear something powering up, but I can't actually see it, to be honest. But hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. I'm just chilling, living my life. We're gonna have 2 planes coming in, so it looks like we have the 737 coming from JFK, and then the second plane that is arriving looks like is a A321 coming from Atlanta. Judging from it, I think the Atlanta flight might actually be going south. So if he does go south, it's going to be pretty bad. I almost said a curse word on the live. Whew. Okay, we are getting some action, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes our Delta flight. Coming from JFK. As you can see, the little CRJ we were looking at, sorry for the fast pan. The CRJ is actually going to be taken to that hangar over there. So it's going to be off to the Mesa hangars, probably for basically its checks and stuff. And then coming up next, we will have the plane coming from Atlanta. It's an A321. Airbus A321 to be exact. This is kind of cool. I like how it's illuminating the ground, don't you? Look at that, boom. This would actually make a really decent paint, like a painting. I like how it's illuminated from the toe. And here we go. And here comes our plane from Atlanta. Have you guys ever seen the documentary that showcases like Delta's maintenance rooms in whatchamacallit in Atlanta? That is wild. I think that's an empty flight. These dudes are just, I think, rearranging these flights. But yeah, there's this thing you can watch on YouTube that shows you how they maintain their planes. It's actually pretty badass. Will.i.am. Yeah, honestly, the A380s are in trouble. But if you think about it, so to think about it, the A380 was a plane that came at like the worst possible time. Like you had the recession that happened, like the 2008 recession, or like the Great Recession, and then COVID happened, and a lot of airliners retired it. I know the China Southern Airlines, they're going to retire theirs at the end of the year. My goal is I want to actually head over to LAX right before they pulled them out of service. But there's not a better feeling than when you're actually standing underneath an A380, when it goes underneath you and you feel the wake turbulence. My God, it is windy. And here we have it. The Alpha Predator is stalking its prey. The poop truck. I'm laughing that I'm using like a cinema camera to film airplanes. Other people use it to make freaking movies and stuff. What am I doing? Nope, airplanes. Sad noises intensify. So from the looks of it, I think we'll be busy tonight. So let's see if we maybe get a couple of more flights coming in. And if they don't come in, I think I may call it a night, my friends. I want to surprise you guys, but I guess they're going to be towing it. He's going to go to the right. Remember to click that like and subscribe button. Even though there's not much action, still helps getting some eyes on the channel. I've been steadily growing it, just trying everything to make it a very fun and awesome community for all you guys. Today I did publish like a little video. Like we had a night where it was super windy, and I got some sideways landings. Yeah, it is wild. Do we see British Airways? I think British Airways already left. Yep, not a single plane is coming in. So, do we stay on or do we go off, guys? What do you think? We do not have any scary Halloween graphics. I can show you SpaceX if you want. I'm not gonna be tacky. I can place them, but this is actually pretty cool. So the other day we had a launch of SpaceX coming in. So if you look at it, so what you're seeing here is the traffic setting up. And then boom, you actually see the thing going on. Cans of beans. Sky Harbor is predominantly just mostly, we're a smaller airport. Like we don't really get that much large craft coming in, but when they do come in, it's usually for a special occasion. So here you're going to primarily see Airbuses. You're going to see primarily 737s. Every now and then you'll maybe get an MD, but other than that, we like to show the ground crew working, and then whatever happens, happens. We voted today which side we wanted to be on. We chose the north side, and not much going on. It's the weekend. So it is what it is. Every now and then we'll even get some military planes. Like we get our KC-135s, we'll get a couple of other things. So yep, that's all we get, man. American. I know they're supposed to be expanding, but American is a pretty heavy airline here if you think about it. Predominantly because we used to be the place where U.S. Airways was based out of, and then when they had their merger, I think they left the American Airlines name. But I don't know if you guys can see it, but the plane over there that we see, that's actually the PSA livery that we have. So that's the plane with a smile. So that is our PSA livery. I don't know if they will be leaving, but as you can see, there's people at the airport. I think it's mostly ground crew. They're walking through. But other than that, kind of a bust of a night, to be honest. So if we look up, we can actually see the United terminal over there. And then over in this general area, that is our tower right there. So you can actually see the tower. It's I think it was built in like 2006 or something. So typically, we had a storm not too long ago where they actually had to evacuate the tower. We were getting hurricane force winds, and Phoenix is like a city. We're considered a boom burb. We spread a lot, like, how do you say it, horizontally. So our downtown is kind of lame, to be honest. Safe, clean, but we don't have that many high rises. But it can take you like an hour to drive from one end of Phoenix to the other. So if you think about it, that is like, can sometimes be a nightmare. And it feels like our Arizona Department of Transportation is always doing something on our roads. And then over there is our United 737. You can see it. So I see a new line of arrivals coming maybe in another 15 minutes. So let's get those arrivals and we'll call it a night, guys. Because I need to go home and edit. Typically I like to do the streams like early in the morning because we end up getting action then. So I think our next plane is arriving in 16 minutes. It's an American Airlines A321, unless we get another American Airlines. No, we're not getting anything. Yeah, not much action here tonight, guys, so apologize if I wasted your time with the channel. Keep in mind, like, we do sometimes get super busy at the airport, so... But anyways, I don't know. Thank you for joining. I think we're gonna call it a night, to be honest. So you guys tell me, will it stay or go off? It's crazy, nothing going on. So geographically, the Valley of the Sun is the largest metro area. Yeah, it's massive. The one thing that I don't understand is why we don't have that much of we don't have like better public transportation. Like, I think in the US in general, I think we're so car centric. We do have the light rail, but I call it the tweaker people mover because all the tweakers just ride it, and it's the one time I went there, I honestly did not feel safe. So yeah. Does anybody know if British Airways already left? But lo and behold, this is the emptiest you're going to see these gates. So typically these gates are booming. So let's wait for these American Airlines flights that are arriving. We're getting quite a few of them coming in. So let's say another 20 minutes. We're going to get a couple of planes landing, and once they land, I think that might be the night, but I guess inside there, I'm actually starting to see people. Let's see if we can zoom in. Those look like offices for the crew members. I feel like such a creep doing this. Hopefully they're not doing anything inappropriate. Wink, wink. Let's go take a look inside the hangar. Let's see what they're doing in there. So that is Mesa Airlines. So Mesa Airlines has a pretty big base here. I wonder what's going to happen with their Chapter 22 bankruptcy. Will they shut down any of their bases? Because I know they recently said news, like set a record for how much they're paying their pilots, and that was actually a pretty hefty amount they were paying them. I think it was like $100 an hour. Yep, we have an A321 coming in from Philly. Also, if you guys do live in Phoenix, next Saturday, the 5th, at 8:30 a.m., we're going to be doing our donuts and coffee event. UAL donated money. We had a couple of other people donate money. So if you live in Phoenix, come out to the location on 40th Street. Click on the Instagram link. You'll be able to see where I dropped it. So come out there, hang out with your family. We did a pizza event where we had a bunch of people come by, and it was nice just meeting the people in real life. All right. And poop truck time. So look forward to having you guys come out. It would be awesome. It'd be a pleasure just to meet a lot of you guys. Also, apologize about the other day when we had all those political nuts show up. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, I'm going to make that into a rule. Like, leave politics out of this. Like, there's a time and place, but when we are all watching planes, like, leave politics out of it. I don't care. I'm all for free speech, but when you're basically being a clown, I'll call you out. All right, let's go take a look at that United engine area. Giving the people what they want. Yep. They are doing engine work on that plane, so you guys can actually see while everybody sleeps, these guys work hard. We're not staying till 4 a.m., Joe. I wish I could, but you know, we got business to attend. So I made the mistake today of taking one of my cinema cameras on a job, and to be honest, it was a freaking disaster using it. Like, yeah, I realized why those cameras need specific lighting and stuff for them. Hey Jade, welcome. Welcome to Fly Phoenix Sky Harbor. Welcome to Sky Harbor Airport. We're not that busy tonight. It's a Saturday at 8 o'clock, so I think we're just randomly looking at a United Airlines engine area. Do we have a mod on here yet or no? What's the question? Oh yeah, Speedbird could probably be late because they set their times back. Yeah, I've been in an airplane. I actually have about 28 hours flying a Cessna 172. I was in the process of getting my private pilot's license, but some family issues arose and my family is more important, so I kind of put the money aside for them. Just when people get sick, you got to make sure that they're taken care of. So I always tell people, like, this past year, I've had a lot of friends lose loved ones. Like, they've lost their family members to cancer, and cancer's a bitch, pardon my language, but it's an evil freaking disease, and it's just get checked regularly, because if they can catch it early on. I had a friend whose dad, they caught it on early and he was able to survive, but others weren't so lucky. But I used to work for a university, so I used to spend a lot of my time on the road. Like, I got to travel a lot. You may think it's glorious, but when you travel a lot for work as a photographer, it kind of wasn't fun, to be honest. You would basically wake up at 7, you have to shoot a practice, then you would do all the stuff, do the editing. You get a couple of hours just to chill, and then you'd have a basketball game that would start at like 7 or 6. So you have to get to the arena early, get all your gear ready, and sometimes you would just be leaving at, like, let's say 10 o'clock. One time I had a shoot that went from, I started shooting at 7 a.m. and I finished at 3 a.m. the following day. That kind of tested me mentally. Yeah, cancer sucks, man. I'll straight tell you. I wish we could actually, we could figure out a way to get rid of it. It's the terrible freaking thing. Alrighty, looks like we may be getting a pushback of the 737, and we may have a plane on arrival right now, dudes. We have American Airlines 972 coming from Philadelphia any minute. Erica and Howard, you have a new title. You're going to be helping us out for tonight. There we go. Pushback. So if any of the chatbots show up that market adult entertainment, you have to kill them. I like how we go from that. All right, here we go. Boom. Ah, focus. That is called bokeh. Coming in from Philadelphia. Whew. So it looks like we do have the United. So let's go take a look at this while we wait for the United to show up. So let's get a next cluster of planes and I'm going to call it a night, dudes. I want to go do some stuff. I got to edit. So your job is for the evening. your honorary moderator. We're gonna be doing that like whenever I don't have my mains, because a lot of my main guys and gals are on the East Coast, and I think it's fairly late. So our next flight is a plane from Midway, Chicago. It is the Southwest Airlines coming in. And then right after that, we are going to have another plane. I think the United might actually be landing on the south side. So let's take a look. Figured I'd be on for an hour, entertain you guys for a little bit. So I guess a lot of these planes are just being taken to be checked out. So I wonder what they exactly do to them. Like, I think they probably, did they pressurize them or clean them? So I was talking to a friend today. Pretty crazy thinking how much our world has kind of changed the last like 3 years, ever since the whole peak COVID pandemic. Oh dude, this is pretty cool. Look, we can see the computers in there. That is awesome. I never realized they have computers up there. If you think about it, how quickly our world has changed. Like, we took the world we had for granted. Like, if you look at some of the bigger cities, a lot of them have like shrunk in population, and now it's like the new normal. I feel like lately people are all on edge ever since the whole COVID. I think it shook us all, and now as a result, we're all like, in a sense, feels like people are kind of rude and coming in from Chicago, Midway. And you see that plane over there? That is Honeywell's 757. They do all sorts of crazy experiments with that plane. I've actually seen like an engine mounted on the side of it. I think somebody told me that possibly was delivered to Eastern Airlines right before. Don't quote me on it because I could be wrong. And up next is a 737 MAX coming in from Denver. So we'll take a look at it. But yeah, that plane is pretty neat. So apologize, I'm not monitoring the chat as much as I usually do. I think once we get this plane landing in, I'm gonna call it a night, my friends. So I wanted to surprise you guys. I was hoping we'll be busy, but I think tonight was kind of a dud. But you can see, so the building you're seeing here, a lot of you have asked me what exactly that thing is. So I believe that is called Toliveri's Castle. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. So that used to be a house for somebody. Like, it was built in the 1920s, and they lived in there, but pretty secretive. You can actually book tours and go inside there. It's pretty legit. Cans of beans. So yeah, there's a Globemaster Casa Grande. Hey Eric, yeah, we've been getting a lot of Globemasters here. I wonder what is going on. I know Goodyear had like 3 of them there for a little bit. So here we have our plane coming out of Denver. We did have a C5 come in the other day. That was freaking cool. Never seen that plane before until, well, I saw it before, but seeing it land was pretty epic. Ooh, look, what's inside? That looks like a restaurant. But I don't know, something about being here is relaxing. I kind of had a busy, stressful day, so now just being out here, hanging out, pretty neat. See a can of beans? Yeah, I don't know exactly what is going on. I think, are they going to push that plane back? Just staring at it, I see a lot of action over there, but nothing moving. So, let's take a look at one more thing. Let's see if anything else pops up, and then I'm gonna call it a night, dudes. So let's take a look. Maybe this Las Vegas Southwest is gonna be coming our way. Big difference, like we were talking about it. It can be hit or miss, like what exactly, how busy the airport is. Like this is sometimes the dead time of it, but we've been on our lives where I don't even get a break. That's how busy it gets. I think the craziest live is when they actually move the pattern halfway through. Like when we got that crazy storm that moved in, it was like freaking NASCAR, one after the other. So let's take a look at the Las Vegas flight. Once that comes in, I'll give you guys a sign off. So I always tell you guys, remember to be good people. Just that's number one thing. Tell your loved ones you love them, and just say hello to everybody. Like say hello to your neighbors, say hello to somebody at your work. Like think about it, how different it is. Like I was talking to one of my cousins, and man, I would not want to be a kid in this time. Like back in our day, dating myself, you used to be able to like get off, you get home from school and you leave school behind. But now people get cyberbullied on the internet, and I guess like social media and all that stuff means a lot to these kids nowadays. And yeah, if you have kids, double check all their stuff, because not everybody has good intentions there too. Okay, so the light that we are looking up ahead, that is a Southwest plane. So let's see, is he actually going to be turning this way? Or is he going to go to the south? I really hope he comes this way. Yep, that is our final plane, guys. That's going to be the Las Vegas flight. So while we wait for him to arrive, I'm going to just point to something else that's random here. I think he's going to the south, damn it. Back to the United area. They're working on the engine, that's pretty cool. All right, Southwest is going to the south side of the runway. So anyways, guys, let's go see what else is coming out. So let's wait for that plane, Eric, for you. And then after that, we're done. Ugh. Don't get old, guys. My back hurts. All right, friends, since nothing is happening, I want to wish you guys a good night. So let's double check everything, make sure nothing is moving. And then I can tell you guys, be good people and tune in for future lives. Click the like notification. There's our PSA plane. So just tune in. We'll, I don't know if I'll be on Monday, but like I said, it's been kind of busy for me with work, so I make sure I just hop on. I think we'll for sure do a show next Friday. It's going to be a morning show, and then maybe I'll do something on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I may do an actual we'll start a show at 4 o'clock, 4:30 when I come off of work. So. The United plane just came in. So anyways, guys, you have a wonderful evening. Hey, cans and beans. I think we're gonna call it a night, dude. It's been one of those things. So yeah. But before I leave, let's see if we can find the poop truck one more time. I guess not. So have a wonderful evening, guys. Thank you for joining. I know it wasn't the most ideal stream.